Welcome back as we're streaming through this 3A regional tournament. Carter Sane will be calling for the West Fork Tigers.
And Brian Curtis, the Valley Springs Lady Tigers.
Fry jumping for the Valley Springs.
Emma starting out with the ball. Passes over to Collier. Inside Emma.
Fight for the ball. Miller on the ground. For the Tigers, jump ball goes to the Valley Springs. Moore with the ball for Valley Springs. Fry driving in. Pass out to Kofelt. Knocked out of bounds by West Fork.
Foul beyond the Lady Tigers, number 23, Emma. Her first, team first.
Miller passes over to Patrick for a three-point shot, and it is good.
Emma has the ball for West Fork. Pass it up to Erickson. Erickson gives it over to Ferguson. Back to Emma. Emma gives it to Collier. Collier is going to take a three from the corner, just missing.
Moore bring the ball up for Valley Springs. Passes over to Miller. Miller with a fake. Jumps. Tries to get a shot off at the block. No good.
Emma gets the rebound. Gives it over to Ferguson. Ferguson pass it Erickson to Emma to Collier. Collier is going to drive baseline. Going up. Just missing. Gets her own rebound. Goes back up. Draws the foul. And she'll be going to the line to shoot two.
Fouls on Valley Springs, number 3, Haley Fry. Her first, team first.
No good on the first. Just missing the second. Rebound put back in for two by Erickson.
Moore bringing the ball up the court for Valley Springs. Passes to Patrick. Patrick gets it over to Fry for a three-point shot. No good. Miller comes up the ball, gives it over to Moore. Moore tries for a three as well. No good.
Erickson with that rebound. Takes it out to Hauser. Jump ball is called. It will stay with West Fork. Passing to Emma. Emma gives it to Collier in the corner. Collier, long pass over to Erickson. Erickson inside to Hauser. Ball is knocked out of bounds for the Tigers. Throw in to Collier. Collier is going to go up. No good.
Patrick with the ball. Going up the court. Gets in high post, drives in mid-range. Two-point shot. It is good. Valley Springs leading 5-2. Steal by Moore. Moore passes out to Kofelt. Kofelt drives in. Mid-range two. No good. Fry jumps in with a rebound. And foul will be called. Foul's called on Fry for Valley Springs. It'll be her second, team second. Flood coming in for Fry.
Erickson's going to take it all the way, just missing the shot.
Kofelt bring the ball up the court for Valley Springs. Gets it in mid-paint, tries to pass it out. No good on the pass.
Erickson getting the steal, giving it to Emma. Emma passes to Ferguson. 3-point shot from the top by Erickson, no good. Rebound, Collier.
Deflected by Moore, able to save it from going out of bounds. Gets it over to Caulfield. Caulfield passes to Miller. Miller drives back out, hands it off to Moore. Moore bringing the ball back to the top. Pass over to Patrick. Patrick, long pass to Moore. Moore's going to try for a 3-point shot, and it is good. Valley Springs jumps up to 8. West Fork at 2. Steal by Moore. Moore driving up, gets it over half court. Pulls back. Sets up their offense. Pass over to Patrick. Patrick's going to try for a 3 as well. No good on the shot.
Erickson with the ball. Pass over to Emma. Emma gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson, long 2-point shot, bounces in.
Going to put West Fork up at 4, Valley Springs at 8. West Fork calls timeout.
30-second timeout, Valley.
Arkansas Activities Association sponsors are Centennial Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Big Red Stores, Wendy's, Ortho Arkansas, Image One, Life Touch, Earth Jones Brown's Graduation Supplies, Mascot Media, Everett Buick GMC, Jim Masters, Super Cool Apparel, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Bruno's Power Sports. Possession goes to Valley Springs. Caulfield bringing it up the court. Pass to Patrick. Patrick driving in high post, mid-range shot in the paint. No good on the shot. Patrick comes up with a rebound. Pass over to Miller. Miller passes to Moore. Moore calls flood over for a screen. Moore drives in. Not able to get in, but passes back out to Patrick. Cross-court pass to Miller, to Flood in the corner. Flood looking to drive, pass off to Moore, high post. Over to Patrick in the corner for 3, and no good.
Rebound by Hauser. Gives it out to Emma. Emma pushing up the floor, gives it to Ferguson. Back to Emma, over to Hauser. 2-point shot from outside, just misses.
Flood for Valley Springs, gets the rebound, hands it off to Moore. Moore bringing up the court, pass over to Patrick. Patrick looking for a drive, pulls back, passes over to Miller, pass to Flood, low, right at the block, tries to dish it off to Moore, no good on the pass. Double dribble called on West Fork. Possession will stay with the Green Forest, with the Valley Springs Tigers. Moore throwing it in at the baseline. Pass to Patrick. Into Moore. And foul's going to get called on West Fork.
Foul will be on West Fork. Number 4, Collier, her first foul, team second.
Moore passes into Patrick. Patrick driving in mid-range in the paint and tries to take the 2-point shot. No good.
Hauser gets the rebound. Gives it over to Emma. Emma passes up to Collier. Inside Hauser. Hauser throws it out to Ferguson. Ferguson tries for 3, no good. Rebound by Erickson. Erickson putting it back up. Drawing the foul. Should we go on the line for 2?
Foul's on number 33 from Valley Springs. Flood, her first, team third.
First shot by Erickson is good. Erickson just missing the second.
Gets a rebound, passes over to Hauser. Hauser going to draw a foul. Correction, no foul called. It goes out of bounds. We got Grady coming in the game for the Valley Springs Tigers.
So put West Fork throwing it in on the baseline. Passes out to Emma. Emma's going to take it inside, going up, no good.
Rebound Flood, hands it off to Moore for Valley Springs. Moore bringing it up the court. Drives in, gets to the block, goes up for a two-point shot, no good.
Hauser gets the rebound, gives it to Emma. Long pass up to Cash.
Moore for Valley Springs gets possession, brings the ball up the court, hands it off to Miller. Miller drives in high post, pass out to Grady for three, and no good. Hauser with the rebound.
Emma pushing down the floor, gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson, long two, no good.
Knocked out of bounds by West Fork. Take that out. Correction, foul was called on West Fork.
On number 42, Cash, be her first foul, team's third.
Moore for Valley Springs bringing the ball up the court. Passes over to Miller. Miller passes back to Moore. Flood coming in to screen. Screens for Moore. Moore drives in. Dishes back to Flood for an attempt to shot. Ball's knocked out of bounds by West Fork. Patrick coming back into the game for Moore. Valley Springs leading 8-5. Long pass out to Miller. Hands off to Kaufelt. Kaufelt spin move, passes over to Patrick. Patrick drives baseline, goes up for a two-point shot off the glass, and it is good.
Erickson gives to Hauser. Hauser pass up to Cash. Cash is going to shoot from three, just missing. Rebound Erickson, no good. Hauser gets the rebound, puts it back up and in.
35 seconds left in this first quarter. Valley Springs leading 10-7. Patrick with the ball. Pass over to Miller. Miller drives in. High post. Chance for a mid-range shot. Shot does not go in. She does draw the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Foul will be on West Fork. Number 25, Hauser, her first foul. Team's fourth.
First shot by Miller just hits the front of the rim. No good. Fry coming in for Flood. Second shot by Miller, no good. Rebound Hauser.
Hauser gives it over to Erickson. To Emma. Emma trying to get through the trap, but gets a 8-second call.
Pass over to Patrick. Patrick drives for a mid-range jumper from the paint. No good. Patrick saves the ball. Hauser comes up with it. And that'll end our first quarter. Valley Springs leading 10-7. Streaming into the second quarter. Valley Springs has the ball. Caulfield passes in from the sideline to Moore. Moore bringing it up the court. Dishes off to Patrick.
Collier gets the steal. She's going to take it all the way down for 2 points.
West Fork jumping up to 9. Valley Springs at 10. Pass to Patrick. Over to Caulfield. Caulfield getting a screen from Fry. Caulfield goes in for a 2-point shot from the block. Draws the foul. Shot doesn't go in, but Caulfield will go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul beyond West Fork, number 25, Hauser. Her second foul, team's 5th.
First shot by Caulfield was good. Second shot off the back of the rim, no good. Moore coming back up with the ball. Gets a screen from Fry. Passes over to Miller. Back into Fry at the low block. Goes up for 2 off the glass, no good.
Emma comes up with that rebound. Pass up the 4 to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Emma. Emma is going to take it in, goes up. Her shot is good, tying the game at 11.
Moore for Valley Springs, brings ball up the court, gets the Fry high post, dishes over to Patrick. Patrick driving around, able to get over to Miller in the corner. Corner passes, Miller passes out to the top to Moore. Over to Patrick. Patrick driving, gives it to Moore in the corner. Moore's going to try for a 3, no good on the shot.
Emma coming up with the ball, gives it to Hauser. Hauser back to Emma. Emma inside Hauser. Hauser going up, and the shot is good by Hauser. West Fork taking the lead, 13-11.
Moore for Valley Springs. Passes over to Caulfield. Caulfield driving in, passes out to Patrick for 3, no good. Miller with a rebound, goes back up for 2 and is good. Tying the ball game back up at 13. Foul's going to be called on Patrick for Valley Springs. That's her first, team 4th.
Pass into Emma. Emma gives it over to Ferguson. To Collier in the corner. Collier's going to drive baseline. She goes up. Takes one too many steps before the shot. And gets a walk called.
Moore bringing the ball up for the Valley Springs. Gets it down to Fry, back out to Moore. Moore driving in, passes out to Fry. Long pass over to Miller. Gives it to Patrick. Patrick picks up her dribble, passes over to Moore. Moore down low block, looking for a 2-point shot. No good. Fry picks it back up, goes up, gets blocked by Hauser. Then stolen by Patrick. Patrick gives it to Moore, gives it to Caulfield in the corner. Caulfield's going to try for a 3-point shot. And no good. Patrick comes up with the rebound, goes up, draws the foul. Shot was blocked, but she does get to go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul be on West Fork. Number 11, Ferguson, her first foul, team 6th.
First shot by Patrick is good. Haley Patrick's second shot just bounces off the back of the rim. Caulfield trying to save it, goes out of bounds. West Fork will be throwing it in the baseline.
Passing to Emma, back to Collier.
Moore coming up with the ball, tries to get over to Patrick. Knocked away by West Fork. West Fork tries to pass. Patrick knocking out of bounds. West Fork will be going back to the baseline, trying to get it in.
Collier passes up the floor to Ferguson. Gives it back to Erickson. Erickson over to Collier. Collier, long three from the top, no good.
Caulfield comes up with a rebound. She'll bring it up for Valley Springs. Able to get it to Fry for an open shot off the block, and it is good.
Emma gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson passes out to Collier. Collier to Erickson. Erickson, three from the top, no good.
Moore with the rebound. Long pass up to Patrick. Patrick has an open layup, goes up. 2 points for Valley Springs, and she'll get to go to the line for a three-point play.
Foul be on West Fork. Number 10, Erickson, her first, team 7th.
Valley Springs currently leading 18-13. Shot by Patrick's no good. Flood tries to get the rebound. Fight for the ball by West Fork. Foul will be called on Patrick. Correction, foul will be called on Miller. That's her first, team 5th. High pass by West Fork.
Cash.
Cash coming up with the ball, tries to go up for a shot, picks up the ball in mid-dribble. Double dribble called. Possession goes back to the Valley Springs. Moore bringing the ball up at the top, passes over to Caulfield. Caulfield passes to Miller at the top. Miller going to take a drive in, going to try for a two-point shot. Trying to draw a foul. No foul call, but it does go out of bounds on West Fork. Moore for Valley Springs will be throwing it in the baseline. Pass out to Patrick. Patrick mid paint and goes up. Gets it to roll in. 2 points for Valley Springs. Valley Springs leading 20-13.
Emma gives it to Collier, over to Hauser.
Tries to pass it. Flood comes up with intercepting the pass. Patrick driving up, gives it to Miller. Miller gives it to Moore. Moore passes the Flood, open from the block. Moore goes up. Count those 2 points. Valley Springs Tigers leading this second quarter 22-13. Timeout goes to West Fork. Arkansas Activities Association sponsors are Farm Bureau Insurance, Centennial Bank, Big Red Stores, Wendy's, Ortho Arkansas, Image One, Life Touch, Herf Jones Brown's Graduation Supplies, Mascot Media, Everett Buick, GMC, Jim Masters, Super Cool Apparel, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Bruno's Power Sports. Coming out of the timeout, West Fork will be throwing in at baseline.
Passes into Emma. Emma pass up to Cash. Cash gets it to Erickson. Erickson takes it in. Shot's no good.
Flood with the rebound, gives it over to Miller. Miller will bring it up the court. Pass over to Moore. Moore getting a screen by Flood, gets over to Patrick. A little high for Patrick. Patrick does gain possession back. Passes back to Moore. Moore holding the ball, looking for movement from her teammates. Able to pass to Caulfield. Caulfield gets a screen by Flood. Caulfield passes to Moore. Moore able to get it, trying to get it to Flood. Caulfield comes up with it. Caulfield goes to the ground and is able to pass it out, but taken by Hauser.
Emma trying to get it past half court. He's up to Hauser. Hauser back inside to Emma. Emma gives it to Hauser. Hauser taking one too many steps and drawing the walk.
Moore will be bringing the ball up the court for Valley Springs. Pass to Patrick. Patrick at the top. Drives in, passes over to Miller. Miller's going to try for a three-point shot, and it falls. 3 points by Miller. Steal by Miller. Miller goes up for two. Gets blocked by Hauser. Patrick comes up with the ball, goes up for two off the glass, and another 2 points for Valley Springs, leading 27-13.
Collier pass up the floor to Hauser. Hauser gives it to Emma in the corner. Emma passes over to Cash. Back to Hauser, to Emma. Inside Collier. Gives it to Hauser. Hauser goes up for 2 points.
Moore bringing up for Valley Springs. Moore drives in, dishes back out to Miller. Miller back to Moore. Moore's going to try for a three-point shot, and it is good. Valley Springs extending their lead 30-15.
Emma looking to take it all the way in, loses control of the ball, and it goes out of bounds.
46 seconds left in this half. Valley Springs leading 30-15. Moore throwing it in to Patrick. Patrick back to Moore. Moore gives it to Miller. Dishes it to Flood. Back to Miller. Gets a screen by Flood. Flood rolls off of it. Goes in for a spin move for off the glass for 2 points by Flood. No good on the shot. Foul's going to be called on Valley Springs. Number 33, Flood. That's her second, team sixth.
Emma gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson pass to Erickson. Erickson taking it in. Shot's no good.
Miller coming up with the ball. Passes across the court to Moore. Moore bringing it up. Able to dish it out to Patrick. Patrick back to Moore. Patrick screens for Moore. Moore brings it around to high post. Moore brings it in, passes back out to Patrick for three-point shot, and it's good. Right at the buzzer, count it. Going into halftime, Valley Springs leading 33-15.
Update on points for the first half. The West Fork Tigers, Collier with 2, Erickson with 3, Ferguson with 2, Emma with 2, and Hauser with 6. And for the Valley Springs Tigers, Fry with 2, Moore with 5, Patrick with 15, Miller with 5, Kaufelt with 3, and Flood with 2. Coming into the second half, West Fork has the possession. Pass inside Hauser. Hauser goes up, no good.
Rebound, Fry. Passes over to Moore. Moore gives it over to Kofelt. Kofelt drives high post. She's going to take a long two-point shot. Bank shot, and it's good.
Collier has the ball. Pass up the floor. Ferguson over to Collier, to Emma, to Erickson. Back to Collier at the top. Handoff to Ferguson. Ferguson going to take it inside. Throws it back out to Collier. Collier to Hauser. Hauser shuffling her feet and drawing the walk.
Moore bringing it up for Valley Springs. Moore walking the ball up. Able to get it to Fry, high post. Fry's going to take a shot as well, no good. Hauser with a rebound.
Gives it to Emma.
Knocked away by Fry.
Erickson comes back up with it. Pass over to Emma. Emma attempts to pass to Ferguson in the corner. Pass was deflected out by Valley Springs. West Fork will be throwing it in on the side. Passes into Erickson. Inside Emma. Emma gives it to Hauser on the inside. Pass back out. Ferguson's going to take a three. No good.
Miller for Valley Springs gets a rebound. Passes over to Moore. Moore run the ball up the court. Pass out to Miller for a three-point shot, and it is good. Valley Springs stretching that lead out 38-15.
Emma, long pass over to Ferguson.
Knocked away by Miller. Erickson comes up with the ball, getting double teamed. Able to
gives it to Emma. Emma in the corner. Ferguson inside Emma. Emma back out. Erickson. Three-point shot from the top. No good. Emma gets that rebound. Put back up. Just misses.
Fry gets the rebound. Pass over to Moore. Moore runs the ball up. Pass over to Patrick. To Fry. Fry drives in. Able to get through into the from the high post. She was going to go up for a two-point shot. Foul was called on the floor.
Foul be on West Fork, number 25, Hauser, her third foul, team's first.
Pass to Fry. Fry gives it off to Moore. Moore working the ball at the high post. Get over to Patrick for a three-point shot, and it falls. Valley Springs 41. West Fork at 15. Moore knocks the ball out of bounds for Valley Springs. West Fork will be throwing in the sideline.
Pass into Emma. Emma gives it over to Erickson. Ferguson inside Emma. Emma going up. She is fouled. She'll be going to the line to shoot two. Shot from the line is good.
Moore bringing the ball up the court for Valley Springs. Passes over to Patrick. Pass over in the corner to Miller. Miller trying to get it to Fry. She comes across the high post and knocked out of bounds by Hauser. Moore for Valley Springs will be throwing in baseline. Pass to Patrick. Patrick mid with a fake. Tries to go for two and no good.
Ferguson with the rebound, bringing it down the floor, drawing the foul on Valley Springs.
Fouls on number 23. Caulfield, it's her first. Team second.
Emma, step back three from the top, no good.
Miller with a rebound, passes over to Moore. Moore, long pass to Patrick, up off the glass for two, and it is good.
Inside to Hauser. Hauser attempts to throw it over to Erickson, tipped out of bounds by Valley Springs. Emma passes it out to Collier. Collier gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson getting to the inside, gives it back to Emma. Emma, long three-point shot, just rims out.
Rebound by Patrick for Valley Springs. She'll bring the ball up the court. Pass over to Flood. Flood gives it to Moore. Moore able to get to Patrick. Patrick drives in high post, draws a foul. Foul was called on the, I believe, on the floor. Putting
beyond West Fork, number 4, Collier, her second, team second.
Patrick able to get it into Moore. In the paint, pulls back out, pass out to Patrick. Patrick's going to try for a three, and it just rims out. Rebound, Hauser, knocked out of bounds by Grady.
Emma is up the floor. Erickson at the top gives it over to Collier. Collier to pass to Emma, back to Collier. Emma, three-point shot from the corner, no good. Ferguson with the rebound, gives it to Erickson. Erickson taking it inside, draws a foul on the floor.
Miller and Fry coming back into the game for Valley.
Passing to Hauser. Hauser going up. She gets fouled on the shot, and she'll be going to the line to shoot two.
Score update, Valley Springs leading 43-16.
First shot is good.
Horn coming in the ball game for Fry.
Hauser hitting the second.
Grady passes over to Caulfield. Pass to Miller to Grady in the corner. Grady drives in with a spin move, trying to get a two-point shot off. Shot no good. Rebound by Hauser.
In the corner, Ferguson passes into Emma. Emma gives it over to Hauser. Hauser goes up. Shot no good.
Miller comes up with it. Correction, Horn comes up with it, passes out to Miller. Miller for a three-point shot, and is good. Valley Springs 46, West Fork 18.
Erickson gets to the inside, goes up for 2 points.
Caulfield bring the ball up. Gets a screen by Flood. Pass to Miller in the corner. Able to get it to Flood at the block. Flood drives around, tries to get a shot off. Rebound by Caulfield, and gets it off the glass for two. Valley Springs leading 48-20.
Pass up the floor, Erickson. Attempt to get it to Hauser. The pass thrown just a little too hard, and it goes out of bounds.
Possession was off. Goes to West Fork.
Pass in Emma. Emma going up, just missing. Pass back out to Ferguson. Ferguson for three. It's good.
Ferguson from beyond the arc.
Puts West Fork at 23. Valley Springs at 48. Miller passes over to Grady. Grady able to get to Flood. Flood driving in. Mid-paint. Takes a shot. No good. Caulfield with a rebound. Goes up. Will draw a foul. I'll put Caulfield going to the line to shoot two.
Foul be on West Fork, number 23, Emma, her second foul. Team's third.
Coming to the ball game for Valley Springs is Moore back in the game. Came in for Horn. Second shot by Caulfield is good. Valley Springs leading 50-23.
Emma dribbling the ball at the top. Gives it over to Collier. Back to Cash. Cash is going to take it in. Shot no good. She gets her own rebound. Puts back up. Just missing.
Ball goes out of bounds on West Fork. Valley Springs bringing the ball up the court. Moore passes over to Miller. Miller's going to try for another three. Just rims out. Rebound, Hauser.
Hauser kicking out to Emma. Emma bringing it down the floor. Pass to Ferguson.
Knocked away by Miller. Hauser comes up with it. And they call a walk on Hauser. Moore bringing the ball up for Valley Springs. Pass over to Grady. Gets through her hands, out of bounds. Possession will go to West Fork.
Emma with the ball, gives it over to Cash. Cash to Hauser. Hauser passes to Emma. Emma inside Cash. Cash goes up. Draws the foul. She'll be going to the line to shoot two.
We have 15 seconds left on the clock in this third quarter. First shot from Cash from the line, no good. Second shot, no good. Rebound by Flood. Able to save it and give it over to Moore. Moore driving up. Moore driving into high post, pass out to Miller. Miller, long pass across court to Grady. Grady driving in, out to Patrick. Patrick firing off a three for the last second shot, no good. And that'll end the third quarter. Tigers leading 50-23. Arkansas's Activities Association sponsors are Centennial Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Big Red Stores, Wendy's, Ortho Arkansas, Image One, Life Touch, Herf Jones Browns Graduation Supplies, Mascot Media, Everett, Buick, GMC, Jim Masters, Super Cool Apparel, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Bruno's Power Sports. Grady with the ball, drives in, tries for two, and gets blocked by Ferguson. Ferguson bringing the ball up the court.
Ferguson gives it over to Emma. Emma, handoff to Cash. Cash, back to Ferguson. Inside, Hauser. Out to Ferguson. Ferguson going to take it in. 2-point shot, just rims out. Hauser gets the rebound, puts it back up, no good.
Patrick comes up with the ball. Bring the ball up the court for Valley Springs. Pass over to Gordon. Gordon passes to Horn. Patrick drives in, tries to get a shot off the glass, and no good.
Emma bringing down the ball for West Fork. Gets it into Cash. Cash back to Emma. Emma in the corner, passing Hauser. Hauser going up. No good on the shot, but she draws the foul, and she'll be going to the line for 2. First shot by Hauser, no good.
Coming in the ball game for Patrick is Avery for Valley Springs.
Second shot by Hauser is good.
Throw in by Gordon. Gives it to Horn. Horn brings it up the court. Gordon's going to try for a three, and no good. Hauser with a rebound.
Emma taking it down the other way. Gives it to Bivens. Bivens. In the corner, Hauser driving in. It steps out of bounds on the baseline.
Bring up by Horn. Gives it over to Gordon. Gordon passes to Flood. Flood's going to take it in. Tries to get a shot off the glass. Shot gets blocked, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul was on number 44 for West Fork.
Cash, her first foul. Team's fourth.
First shot by Flood. No good. Second shot bounces off the back of the rim, almost goes in, but doesn't. Grady with the rebound, able to get it back into Flood. Flood with a spin move, goes off the glass for two, and it is good. And she'll go to the line for a three-point play. Valley Springs currently leading 52-24.
Going to be another foul called on Cash, her second, team's fifth.
Shot from Flood off the back of the rim, no good. Able to get her own rebound. Passes it over to Gordon. Gordon takes a three, no good on the shot. Nice save by Grady. Flood has the ball again, looking for another shot. She goes back up, draws another foul. Going back to line to shoot two.
Foul again on Cash, her third, team sixth.
Flood's first shot from the line is good. Second shot is good as well. Valley Springs Tigers leading 54-24.
West Fork has the ball at the top. Hand off to Erickson. Erickson taking it in. The shot is good, and she draws the foul, and she'll be shooting one from the line.
That puts West Fork up to 26. Valley Springs at 54. Clock's at 5 minutes and 20 seconds, and they're going to allow it to continue to run.
Shot from the line, bounces out. Bivens gets a rebound, gives it to Cash. Cash goes up, shot's no good. Out
of bounds on West Fork. Possession goes Valley Springs. Horn. We throwing it in. Valley Springs. Passes to Gorton. Back to Horn. Horn bringing the ball up to court. Gets it over the half court. Pass to the corner to Avery for three, and just off the back of the rim. No good. Grady with a rebound. Passes back out. Horn with the ball. Able to get it to Flood. Flood driving in. Spin move off the glass. No good on the pass. No good on the shot.
West Fork bringing down the ball. Gives it to Erickson. Erickson takes it in. Shot's no good.
Blocked by Flood. Fight for the ball. And a foul gets called. Foul will be on Valley Springs.
Erickson will be at the line.
Foul's going to be on Flood, number 33 for Valley Springs. Her fourth, team eighth.
First shot is good. Second shot is good as well.
West Fork at 28. Valley Springs at 54. 3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Horn with the ball, bringing it up for the Tigers. Gives it over to Gordon. Pass to Flood. Over to Grady for three, and no good. Cash with the rebound.
West Fork dribbling around the outside.
Horn with a steal, taking it up for Valley Springs. Pass over to Grady. Grady drives in, passes over to Horn. Back to Grady. Grady drives in high post. Able to get it to Flood in the corner. Flood drives in. Pass over in the corner to Avery for a three-point shot. No good. Grady with a great save. Able to get it in there. Cash for West Fork comes up with it.
West Fork taking it all the way in. Shot's no good.
Gordon bring the ball up for Valley Springs. Passes in the corner to Grady. Grady tries for three. No good on the shot. Flood fighting for the ball. Knocks it out of bounds. Possession will go to West Fork. Valley Springs, minute and 55 seconds on the clock. Bringing in 5 new players into the ball game.
West Fork bringing up the ball. Pass over to Bivens. Bivens gives it to Cash. Cash. Three-point shot from the top is good.
Valley Springs with the ball. Pass over to Dreary. To Jennings. Over to Moore. Three-point shot by Dreary, no good. Fight for the ball. Jump ball call. Possession will go to West Fork.
West Fork has the ball at the top. Gives it over to Bivens. Bivens inside. Stokes.
Valley Springs bringing up the ball. Jennings passes over to Moore. Moore tries for three. No good. 30 seconds left on the clock. Two-point shot by Cash is good. West Fork up 36. Valley Springs at 54. 13 seconds left on the clock. Matlock passes inside. Three-point shot. by Jennings is good for Valley Springs, and that will end our ball game. Valley Springs winning 57-36. That'll put Valley Springs facing off against Bergman Panthers tomorrow at 4 p.m. Carter Sane is going to go over the scores of this ball game.
Points for that game. The Valley Springs Tigers, Fry with 4, Moore with 5, Patrick with 20, Miller with 11, Kaufeld with 9, and Flood with 2. And for the West Fork Tigers, Collier with 2, Erickson with 3, Ferguson with 5, Emma with 3, Hauser with 10.
At 7 p.m. tonight, we get to watch Waldron face off against Cedarville to determine who's going to be in the finals facing off against Bergman Panthers.